These positive aspects don't have to be attached to any one person.
Oh God.
You open yourself up to.
A thing is about to sting me. Yellow jacket. Jump right back in where you were.
I don't remember. What is up, guys? It's
Twin Soul Poets.
We are your go-to couple for love and relationship advice
Dope spoken word poetry.
and
Uplifting content. We are gonna uplift you today.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Today we are talking about how to get over your ex. It's very important to be able to clear space and energy for the deep, soulful love connection that you're really wanting to attract and connect to.
And I woke up this morning feeling really intuitively guided to share this topic with you all. I felt like it's something that a lot of people might be grappling with right now and may have those residual feelings. And I feel like the things that we're going to offer today are unique from other things we've seen. And we just wanted to offer our perspective on how to move on in a way that is graceful and healing for you.
Yes.
And before we jump into it, make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe to our channel. You know, if you have been watching our videos, that we are on our way to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thank you everyone who is helping. Please share this video with anyone who you feel would be helped by this content.
Also, follow us on Instagram. We've got tons of great advice and tips on there, and little
A lot
videos.
of good stuff. And that's been going on for some time. So, I mean, it's a treasure trove of info there.
Yes.
And lastly, if you want to work with us personally, you can book a private love coaching session online on our website, twinsoulpoets.com. We will have the link down below. Here are several pieces of advice that we have to offer based on our understanding and perspective of healing after a breakup. And our number one piece of advice is to feel your feelings. It can be very tempting to distract yourself after a breakup because those feelings are really hard to feel. They're really hard to sit with. However, when that pint of ice cream is done or when that Netflix binge is over, those feelings are still going to be there. And allowing yourself the time and the respect for yourself to feel them is going to be so beneficial in the long run. Also, we need a grieving process when we've lost something. I think culturally for us, like Americans don't tend to appreciate the power of grieving. It's not just when there's a death. This is a death of a relationship, of a connection. So giving yourself that time to grieve and feel the sadness fully is so important, and that can be done in meditation is a wonderful way, in the quiet, and to really breathe slowly, to get into your heart and to allow those feelings to come up, because once they come up and come out, you can process them. When we don't do this, what happens is we'll carry those patterns into the next relationship and the next relationship and the next relationship until you're ready to face those emotions and feel them fully.
Yes, and the other beautiful gift that the grieving process offers you is it allows you to arrive and discover the lessons that are lying within this failed relationship, or
and don't even look at it as a failure. It's just
something
an experience that you've had
was
that
there and now it's
finished.
coming to an end. And sometimes loss is a hard thing, but like any loss in life, there's something to be learned from it for yourself always. And we can't arrive at those lessons and that wisdom unless we go through that emotional journey of like really reflecting on it. What did I learn from this? What can I take away? What can I take with me moving forward in my life? Even though this period is ending, I'm still moving forward, and what can I take forward with me from that? It's just very hard to figure that out and solve that puzzle if you're just running away from it or distracting yourself because you don't want to feel the heartache.
Yeah, it's like that song I love by Imogen Heap. It's the beauty in the breakdown.
Like Ingrid said, you're gonna just carry those things with you if you don't allow yourself to feel it, because the universe will give you a lesson to be learned over and over again. If you're not figuring out the lesson, the universe will continue to give it to you until you do get it.
Right, different faces, same situation. There's the common denominator, which is you.
Right.
And that's not in a condemning or negative way. That's actually really empowering, realizing, oh, this pattern isn't about the other people. It's about something that I have the opportunity to resolve and heal within myself. And once you realize that, you will feel so confident moving forward into the new territory of other relationships.
Tip number 2 on letting go of past relationships is kind of piggybacking off number 1. A very common way that people distract themselves or avoid their feelings from the breakup is by jumping right into something with somebody else, a rebound relationship. And our advice is try your best to avoid doing that. Don't jump right into something with somebody else before you've allowed yourself to process the stuff. Number 1, it's totally not fair to whoever it is that you're connecting with, this new person, because you're still tied up in all these feelings for somebody else, and you're not really fully present with them. You're not really giving them your best self or like your full attention energetically. And so that's kind of like not cool when you think about it, but also it's not really doing yourself justice for all those reasons we just said, of like you're not allowing yourself to take away the nuggets of wisdom that you could be learning from this past relationship by processing those emotions.
Absolutely. And we have our video that we made about how to deal with feeling lonely when you really want a relationship. That could be really helpful to watch during this time. With this idea of not jumping into a relationship, that includes not getting into a friends with benefits situation with a relationship you just left. That can be very tempting, but what you're actually doing is you're selling yourself short, because you're not getting what you truly want. You're just holding on to the idea of the relationship that you wanted with this person, but ultimately you're not being in integrity with yourself, and you're probably not honoring the other person either by kind of getting this semblance of the relationship that you tried to make work, but not really all of the commitment or all of the presence or all of the willingness to put in the work that a relationship does take.
Right.
It's gonna keep you stuck, and it's also gonna keep away the kind of relationship that you're really wanting in your life.
Right. Because while you're just using each other as kind of comfort objects, you're not giving each other proper time and space and energy to be open to the kind of relationship that you really want.
Right. And even if you were to get back together, you're not going to be able to figure that out until you've cleared out what was in the way before. So jumping right into getting physical with them or just having the sexual part of the relationship as a comfort is going to definitely hinder you from where you're wanting to go.
Facts.
We have a quote on our Instagram page that says, "The best way to release someone who's no longer serving you is to be grateful for all the ways that they have."
Who's that quoting?
That's quoting us.
Oh.
That's quoting me.
Ha.
I think it's a great quote, because gratitude is such an amazing way to heal and such an amazing way to move on. When you can appreciate something or someone for what they've given you, you free yourself and you free them to move on to whatever is best for them next. And that is maybe, I guess, I have to say, the best advice we have about healing from a breakup.
I think it's critical. I mean, I know I personally did this with like a whole journal of resentments, and then took each person and situation that I had all these resentments for over years and found ways to be grateful for that friendship or connection or anything. And there's something about it that is just so freeing. It's, resentment and negative feelings and thoughts about a person
Keep you tied to that
keep
person.
you tied to them.
Yep.
And they keep you stuck in old feelings and old mindsets, and really did not help you move forward at all. And gratitude is such a powerful way to release those things, and just totally all those things that are keeping you tied down. It just cuts the ties, man.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, I can let this go in love. I can and be grateful for what it was and what it's taught me, and now I can move on. And it's really a profound practice.
Yes, gratitude is freedom. If you take anything from this video, repeat that as a mantra to yourself. Gratitude is freedom. It frees you, it frees your former partner, and it opens you up to what wants to come into your life next. Because when you appreciate things, or you appreciate something, it attracts more of that into your life.
Yes. And that kind of leads us into our next tip.
Woohoo! Look how that
Next
happened.
and final tip. Our last and final tip is to focus on the aspects of the relationship that did work without attaching them to the person. And what this does is you realize that these are possibilities that exist in the universe. The universe is already showing you it's possible to be with somebody who makes you laugh, to be with somebody who you have a great sexual connection with, to be with someone who's so romantic and gives you really nice gifts.
Yeah.
These are possibilities that exist, and they don't have to be attached to any particular person. And by putting our focus and gratitude in the things that we enjoyed and the wonderful experiences that we did have, you tend to attract more of what you focus on, right? So you can start to draw in more people that make you laugh, more people that give you romantic sexual connections, all of those things. And focus is a very powerful magnet, and gratitude is a very powerful way to attract more of what you like.
Yes, and once you do this, you'll begin to realize that there's an abundance of people who could fulfill those needs and those desires and the things that you want in a partner. There's an abundance of those kind of people, which is the opposite of focusing on everything that was wrong with your previous relationship, everything that was bad about it, everything that you hated about it, because guess what? That energy is going to bring you more of that. And that's, again, going back to those repeated patterns, that's another reason that happens, is because you're so stuck on all the things that made you feel upset about the person you were with, and you end up in another relationship and it's like Groundhog's Day. It's like, why is this happening again? Well, this is one of the reasons. So we hope that this has inspired you guys to think about your breakup in a new way, to have a lot more hope and a lot more confidence that you can and will get through it. We're here with you. We know that it's not always the most fun thing, but know that there's a lot of gifts there for you in this process, and there is beauty in it as well.
Yes. And just to be grateful for any chance that we have to share love, share intimacy with another human being. It's one of the greatest experiences of being a person alive on the planet. It's a beautiful thing.
There'll be lots of other opportunities for love headed your way, and we see that for you, and we claim that for you right now. Take a deep breath and breathe that in. We will be back soon with more delicious content. That's a clue for what's coming next on Twin Soul Poets, your go-to couple for love and relationship advice, dope spoken word poetry, and uplifting content.
Looking cute. Doesn't she look cute today?
I love the face.
Talk about distractions.
Get out of here.